Good evening and welcome back to DJ Sokol Arena at Creighton University in Omaha, where we have our fourth and final NAIA tournament matchup of the day. It is the men's opening round between 5th-seeded Concordia, the Bulldogs from Seward, Nebraska in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, and the 12th-seeded Indiana Northwest Redhawks from Gary, Indiana, and the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference making their first ever NAIA tournament appearance. Redhawks come in with a record of 24-7 overall, 18-5 in the conference. The Bulldogs at 25-6 overall, and a program record 15-5 in the conference. Tyler Reedy and Owen Godberson bringing it to you here at Sokol Arena. And Owen, already seen three really high-stakes, fun games today, close ones coming down to the finish. Haven't seen any blowout, boring type games. It's all been fun here today, and it should be a great nightcapper to close it out.
Yeah, this game should be a thrilling conclusion to the opening rounds, opening day here at Sokol Arena, and I think it is going to be helped to the fact that Concordia has traveled from Seward, the biggest crowd of the day so far. Sokol Arena could be bumping by the end of this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Just an hour and 10-minute drive from Seward, just west of Lincoln, Nebraska, here to Omaha. And the Bulldog faithful, as you said, has packed the house here at Sokol. So looking at these two teams stacking up, it's like we saw in the first matchup of the day on the women's side of things with Dakota Wesleyan and St. Francis. Concordia comes in feeling great. They had a magical run, knocking off Briarcliff, who was then knocked off by Doan in an upset. Concordia was able to beat Briarcliff late in the regular season on a buzzer beater, 74-73. That allowed them to later on, with the upset by Doan, pick up a share of the regular season conference title. And then Concordia able to roll through the conference tournament in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, beating Jamestown 77-70 in the finals. So they were conference champions. Indiana Northwest, bit of a different story. They did win 11 consecutive conference games to end the regular season, but a first-round conference tournament exit to Lincoln College. So, I mean, if you're the Bulldogs coming in, you have to feel great about yourselves, but can't have a letdown, can't have a slip-up here, can't have complacency. And then on the other side for Indiana Northwest, got to be ready to go, got to be ready to bounce back.
Yeah, and I think what Northwest is probably going to want to do tonight is get themselves out to an early lead, silence this crowd here. It's going to be in favor of the Bulldogs. One thing to look at for Concordia, their top stars, Carter Kent. He is chasing history. He's 21 shy of current director of athletics, Devin Smith, for 5th all-time in the points, for career points for the Bulldogs. And only as a junior, he's still got all of next season to go, averaging almost 16 points per game. I'm looking at Carter Kent. He could have a fantastic showing tonight.
Yeah, Kent is going to be a big factor. You mentioned him climbing up the record books and scoring. How about assisting as well? He's currently 8th in all-time program assisting. Needs 9 of them to pass Tyler Bird for 7th place. So Carter Kent, a big star to watch for tonight. Number 5 in white for the Bulldogs. And Concordia, they were here just 2 years ago in the NAIA tournament. Had a first-round loss to Ottawa, Kansas, 87-84, and then the tournament canceled right after that. And then meanwhile, Indiana Northwest has not been here in the past 4 seasons. They've been knocked out in either the semis or the first round of the conference tournament 4, and now their last 5 years with the loss to Lincoln College this year, 66-56 in the CCAC quarterfinals. But both these teams, they're hungry. Concordia wants revenge after the early exit in the NAIA 2 years ago, and Indiana Northwest definitely looking forward to finally having a chance to be here and certainly have an upset on their mind here tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be a high-octane, very intense, very passionate game, and we're looking to end the game on a high. We have seen a couple of close games today where the underdog has let leads slip and allowed the favorites to go through. Is that going to happen again tonight? We just got a couple of more minutes left until we get to see.
Yep, so we have Concordia and Indiana Northwest, the Bulldogs and the Redhawks in the nightcap, the 5 versus 12 seed matchup coming up next at Sokol Arena here on Striv TV. Stay with us.
Because no two sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us.
We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on.
We are ready to go in Omaha, Nebraska for the opening round of the men's NAIA tournament 2022. The Concordia Bulldogs and the Indiana Northwest Redhawks, the 5 versus 12 matchup to close out a fantastic day of basketball at DJ Sokol Arena. Tyler Reedy and Owen Goberson bringing it to you here on Striv TV. We are about ready to go Tremont Weston and Noah Shutt will tip it off. It is one back to the Red Hawks. And Indiana Northwest coming in with a 24-7 record will get things started on offense. Streaking right into the paint immediately and unable to score is Brian Hernandez, the second leading scorer from Chicago, Illinois. And here comes Concordia the other way. Bulldogs have 4 of their 5 starters in double figures in terms of points per game average on the season. Certainly looking to share the wealth today, and it starts with this man, Carter Kent. He kicks it out. Justin Wiersma driving in, able to draw the foul on the floor. That'll be the first team foul against IU Northwest. Foul goes against Jared Johnson, the junior forward from Chicago Heights. Here's a three-pointer. That one is going to get the bounce off the front of the iron and home for A.J. Watson, the sophomore from Kansas City. And it's 3-0 Bulldogs.
And that luck, you just feel like it might go the way of Concordia, the way the crowd's working today. Everything looking like it's going to be an uphill battle for IU Northwest, and that's a good response right there.
Yeah, the rims are certainly helping out tonight. That one goes for Marshawn Watkins, but streaking down the court on the other end and scoring, Justin Wiersma. And the Bulldogs race out to a 5-2 advantage. Offenses certainly look to be cooking today. Here's a 3 on the other end. That one is in and out from Jared Johnson. Now Kent, 3 from the left wing on the other side. That one doesn't go, and the rebound back to Brian Hernandez. Now Watkins pushing. Lost it for a moment. It goes out of bounds. And possession to Indiana Northwest. Brave call made by the officials right in front of that Concordia bench. But the Red Hawks will keep it, trailing by 3 early on.
When they were deliberating whether or not that was going to be Bulldog or Red Hawk ball, you could hear a pin drop in Sokol Arena.
Not many cases where we're going to be able to hear a pin drop tonight. Concordia has brought the house here to Sokol Arena. Even a student section off to our right as that shot is missed by the Red Hawks. Near turnover on the cross-court pass. It's knocked out of bounds off of Marshad Watkins. And Concordia will keep it just under 2 minutes into this ball game. Winner of this game moves on to tomorrow night for the second round. The loser, of course, goes home. Here's Carter Kent working on Brian Hernandez. Kent going back and forth. Now Wiersma driving in. Wiersma turnaround. He is blocked emphatically. Wiersma able to get it back. He dishes off, and there's a slam. Noah Shutt, 7-2 Concordia. Owen, you've been begging for it all day. You finally got it.
Oh, and it was terrific. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And an emphatic opening few minutes from Concordia.
Another steal for the Dogs. Here's Kent racing up ahead. He was stripped. Solid defensive effort by Brian Hernandez. As I was saying, winner of this game moves on tomorrow night. They will play Marion. Knights able to take down Freed Hardman in the earlier game. There's a three-pointer, and that's the third one we've seen basically spin around the rim and think about going down a second time, but didn't go. Here's Wiersma driving in. Out of bounds off of Indiana Northwest, and Concordia will keep it. 17:01 to go in the first half. Bulldogs off to a 7-2 start. Here's Kent. Looking to score, and he does. 2 points for Carter Kent, as we talked about in the pregame. 6th in all-time Concordia scoring with 1,638 points coming in. He now has 1,640. And it's 9-2 Bulldogs. Kent also first team all-GPAC this year. As that jumper is missed, coming back the other way from Vashawn Sims, and Concordia off to a brilliant start. But Brian Hernandez has a takeaway. Hernandez lays it in with the left hand, and it's a 5-point game. That's one thing the Red Hawks have been able to do well in the early going, creating turnovers and putting some pressure on Concordia when they're not able to get out in the fast break.
And that's what Northwest needs to keep doing. They need to keep forcing those errors. They want to keep in this game and keep the crowd off their backs a little bit.
Three-pointer, Gage Smith knocks it down. And it's an 8-point lead for Concordia. Gage Smith on the feed from Noah Schutz. And already, we're just 4 minutes in. All 5 Concordia starters have points. Just don't see that very often. I said in the beginning, they're going to share the wealth, and they certainly are early on in this one. Here's a drive from Watkins. Tough try, and he banks it in. Marshawn Watkins with 2. He already has 4 points. Here's A.J. Watson moving it along to Gage Smith. Carter Kent at the top. Pump fakes, hands back to Smith. Wheeling into the paint. Smith unable to score that one, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Red Hawks. And IU Northwest will bring in 2 substitutes. It'll be Damon Crosby along with Jason Peace. And meanwhile, Concordia has Sam Scarpelli, the senior from Portland, Oregon, into the game for A.J. Watson. Here is Scarpelli. First touch of the evening, moves it along to Schutt. Now Kent makes his move. Kent along the baseline. Tough try on the reverse layup, wouldn't go. And the rebound to Jared Johnson. Watkins going to take the 3. Watkins, perfect from distance. And it is a 3-point game. Red Hawks weathering the storm a little bit and hanging around just fine against the high-flying Bulldogs.
And opening salvo came across from Concordia. And good response here for the Red Hawks just to start slowing things down a little bit as they get another stop.
That's an offensive foul against Gage Smith away from the basketball. And Northwest takes over. Marshawn Watkins already with 7 points for the Red Hawks. He's in his 3rd season at Indiana University Northwest. Spent his first 2 at Lincoln College, the team that beat Indiana Northwest in the conference tournament. Falling to the ground by way of a foul that time was Vashawn Sims. They're going to get Scarpelli for the infraction. Second team foul against Concordia. Indiana Northwest has 1. We're just over 5 minutes in. Inbound goes to Johnson. Jared Johnson working on Kent. Has a size advantage, but he kicks it out and now gets it back. Johnson driving, had it taken away by Scarpelli. Smith finds him up ahead. Scarpelli running the floor, and he scores 2. Bulldogs lead it by 5, and now 6 different Concordia players have scored. Johnson for the Red Hawks. 6 minutes in. The nightcap at Sokol Arena. There's a perfect jumper. Damon Crosby hits the jump shot. Got a timeout here. Bulldogs leading 14-11. 6:08 to go in the first quarter. Rather, the first half. Owen, what have your thoughts been on this one so far? Bulldogs came out flying as we expected, that offense rolling, but Indiana University Northwest hanging around, no problem.
Yeah, and like you were talking about, they are sharing the wealth, Oprah Winfrey style out here. You get a bucket, you get a bucket, you get a bucket. Look under your chair, there's a bucket.
Am I going to find a bucket up here in the booth, you think?
At our basketball ability, I don't think so, my friend.
Okay, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. But yeah, to your point, Concordia, Scarpelli 2 points, Kent 2 points, Wiersma 2 points, Schutt 2 points, and then Smith and Watson 3 points each. It's been a different story scoring-wise for the Red Hawks as Marshawn Watkins has 7 of the 11. Brian Hernandez and Damon Crosby have the other 2. And Concordia winning the rebound battle early on as well, 6-2, as Noah Schutt already has 3. Gage Smith has 2, along with 2 assists.
And so far, no points on the board for Jared Johnson. 0 for 1 on the night. But with a rebound and an assist.
Johnson, 2,000 career points, over 2,000 in fact. And leads the team this season with 16.4 points per game. And leads in rebounds as well at 9.2 a game. Here's Smith for Concordia, working on that three-point lead. Smith backing in, able to find his man. That's shut under the basket. Boy, Gage Smith has dished out some dimes in the early minutes. And the Bulldogs lead by 5. Johnson taking a three. Jared Johnson knocks it down. Another immediate response from the Red Hawks. Jared Johnson, a guy you said needs to get going. He's got his first triple of the game.
If you're Northwest, you need him to have a fantastic night on both scoring and rebounding.
Smith leaning in and scoring. The lead grows back to 4 for Concordia. Now 18-14, 13 minutes to go in the half. As this is Jason Peace working in. Peace picks up his dribble and kicks out. Tatum. And now Peace driving in, able to score on the dish from Jaron Tatum. And Red Hawks answer right back, 18-16. Concordia and IU Northwest trading buckets. Here's another three from the top. And they continue to trade as that's Justin Wiersma knocking it down from the top of the key.
Bulldogs feeling themselves in the first 8 minutes of this contest.
Johnson able to find his man, streaking to the basket. Boy, Indiana Northwest has run some excellent set plays on offense, as that was Damon Crosby going to the bucket. Now Wiersma feeling himself. Felt some contact on the three and came up short. No whistle from the officials. Now a drive for Northwest. And a foul on the floor as Vashawn Sims was forcing the issue. Foul against Justin Wiersma as Northwest will have Brian Hernandez and Marshad Watkins back into the game. Concordia will counter with Garrett Seagren and Ryan Holtz. And also Tristan Smith, the man who hit the legendary buzzer beater off the full court pass 3 weeks ago to beat Briarcliff. As that jumper is good by Damon Crosby off the inbound. Indiana Northwest running stride for stride. It's 21-20. Kent works it down low. This is Seagren out for a three. Scarpelli knocks it down. Boy, the scorers are scoring here in this one.
Goodness. Nothing but nylon, as we've seen quite a few times today, but this is the most high-octane game we've seen of the day, and that is saying something.
Brian Hernandez with 2 points. And it's 24-22. We are on pace for this thing to be about 60-60 in the first half. That's usually considered more of a final score. Scarpelli wants a three, but that one is strong. And rebounded by Northwest. Pull-up jumper on the other end, and that one rims out from Vashawn Sims. Claps his hands in disgust. And now Kent on the far side, driving in. Kent is fouled, working along the baseline. That'll be on the floor. Looks like they'll get it against Damon Crosby. The Bulldogs will keep it. .45 to go in the first half. 3 team fouls for Concordia, 2 for Indiana Northwest, as this one is out of bounds. Last touched by the Red Hawks. As A.J. Watson will come back into the game for Scarpelli. Inbound to Watson. Here he comes. A.J. Watson looking for the back cut. It is there for 2 more. Tristan Smith is on the board tonight. And the Bulldogs lead by 4 once again. Crosby dishes back for Hernandez. That's a deep three, and that one is a bit too long from Brian Hernandez. And now Watson speeding up the court, kicking out for 3. That one is long from Garrett Seagren. Rebound to the Red Hawks. Here comes Jaron Tatum. Tatum stops up, kicks out, three-pointer from the corner. That one knocked down. Damon Crosby makes it a one-point game, and Concordia and Northwest absolutely letting it fly tonight. Bulldogs still holding on to that one-point lead. In they go to Tristan Smith, working on the baseline. Smith got his man in the air, got the basket, and the foul. Tristan Smith restores the three-point lead for the Bulldogs. He's got a chance to make it 4 going to the free throw line.
This is exactly the kind of basketball I like to see. Hardly any defense. Shots galore, whether they fall or whether they go.
It's certainly not a game for the old-timer defense, grind it out, stalemate kind of games. We are running up and down the court scoring points here in this one. Tristan Smith, the freshman from Elizabeth, Colorado, set to go to the line after the timeout. As we take a look at the leading scorers so far, I mentioned for Concordia it has been a little bit of everybody so far, and that's certainly the case. 3 different Bulldogs have 5 points. Scarpelli, Wiersma, and Gage Smith. Tristan Smith and Noah Schutt have 4. A.J. Watson 3, and Carter Kent 2. Already 3 assists, I should note, for Gage Smith. And on the other side, scoring has balanced out quite a bit more for Indiana Northwest. After Marshad Watkins started off with 7 of the first 11, he still has 7. Crosby has picked up 9 quick points. And Brian Hernandez with 4, Jared Johnson with 3, and Jason Peace with 2. Everybody has gotten a piece of the pie so far tonight. The action has been widespread between these two squads. And Owen, are you seeing anything from the defenses that they could potentially do to try and slow things down a little bit?
No, not really. I don't think any defense in the world that these guys can play would stop. I think that's just the game plan for both sides. High octane, high energy, and for the nightcap, I'm all for it. Gets us through the rest of the evening. We've had a thrilling day, and so far we have saved the most offensive game for last.
Yeah, and I'm glad we've saved the fireworks for the biggest crowd as well, because we got a boatload of Bulldog fans that have made the drive from Seward. About an hour and 10 minutes from Seward up to Omaha here. And as Tristan Smith goes to the line, 51.5% free throw shooter on the year. And he knocks it home to make it a 4-point Concordia lead. So he now has 5 points, one of the 4 dogs with 5 points, and everybody in the arena knew that was a travel. That pivot foot sliding across the floor, and Concordia takes over with 9:32 to go in the first half.
And they could bring their lead back up to 8 if they were to hit a tray.
Here's Kent. Finding Seagren. Back to Ryan Holt. Kent has it again. Carter Kent with a spin. Kent had it slip out of his hands, and now a 2-on-1. Watson racing back defensively to contest Hernandez and shut him down. Concordia basketball on a sensational effort by A.J. Watson.
What in the world? I didn't give him a prayer coming back for that one. Tenacious defending to deny the wide open look and to get the ball back as well.
And he was the all GPAC conference honorable mention this year. I think that play deserved more than an honorable mention, as this is Carter Kent working around. Kent to the basket for 2, and it's a 6-point lead for Concordia. Hernandez with it. Red Hawks trying to stem the tide. It's a 5-0 Bulldog run. And feed this one in to Weston. Tremont Weston, turnaround, hook shot. That one had no launch angle whatsoever and doesn't go. And now Kent, poked away by Hernandez. Kent trying to save it. That'll probably be a jump ball, as it's on the floor. And it is a jump ball, and it is Concordia basketball. 8:20 to go in the first half. As the Bulldogs will have 19 on the shot clock. Haven't even had to mention the shot clock yet, quite frankly, as the Bulldogs and Redhawks are firing off so quickly offensively, wasting no time going to the basket. As Kent will get this one into Watson and get it back. Kent drops it back. Three-pointer from Holt. That one is short, clanking off the front iron. And rebounded by Tyler Houston. Houston gets it back from Johnson and drives. Whistle and a foul. That one will go against Segrin of the Bulldogs. Fourth team foul against Concordia. Redhawks have 3 on the other side. As we will see Justin Wiersma back into the game. Carter Kent will check out. Here's Houston. Getting it to Weston. Finds Sims working into the paint. Vashawn Sims with an athletic move, but the layup was contested well and didn't come close. Now Watson makes his move. A.J. Watson can't get it to go. A hard follow-up try from Tristan Smith did not fall. Now an open 3 in transition. That one is long from Jared Johnson. Offense is starting to slow down a little bit. Now a fast break coming the other way. Unable to lay it in was Ryan Holt. And now a blocking foul against Concordia. As Indiana Northwest look to take the rebound ahead on offense. We'll see some changes made. Bulldogs bring Gage Smith back into the game, and Indiana Northwest will have Rashad Watkins along with Jaron Tatum back in. Here's Sims. 0-4 from the field for him, looking to buck that trend. Gets it to Weston. On a bounce to Tatum. He lets it fly. Tatum is short. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Watson to Gage Smith. Smith gets it back. Backs in. Sizing up Weston. Kick out for 3. That one is short. That was Segrin. And now Northwest pushing. Tatum regathers and peels back out to the top where he finds Marshad Watkins. Sims. Over to Tatum again. Tatum, step back jumper. That one falls short. Players fall to the deck. And smartly letting it trickle out of bounds is Gage Smith. It'll be Concordia basketball with 6:30 to go as they bring Noah Shutt back into the game. Tristan Smith, after 5 points off the bench, will take a seat.
Northwest needs to start clicking a little bit in the offensive side of the court. They've gone a little bit quiet in the lead at 6. Going into the halftime break as we get closer and closer to the interval, you do not want to be staring up the side of a mountain here.
Well, Noah Shutt, you think he's happy to be back into the game. His first touch coming back off the bench, and he scores. It's an 8-point lead for Concordia. 6 minutes to go until halftime. Johnson over to Watkins. Thinking about a 3. Now he's given some space off the screen, and Watkins on the high arcing triple. It's a 5-point game. The Redhawks finally get one back on offense. Now Wiersma over to Smith. Gage Smith. Weston comes out to meet him on the perimeter. And now a steal. This is Tatum taking it away. Tatum will go himself and lay it in. And all of a sudden, a one-possession game again. Indiana Northwest closing in on that deficit. Now a drive and kick. 3-point shot is strong from Gage Smith on the kick from Wiersma. And now Concordia starting to fall silent offensively. A 3-pointer missed on the other end by Johnson. And now Watson. Get him a speeding ticket as he races up the court. He's blocked, however. And it's Indiana Northwest bringing it ahead. They race toward the basket. It goes out of bounds off the hip of Watson as Vashawn Sims was looking to make his way in. And now we'll see Carter Kent back into the game for Concordia. And Jason Peace And Brian Hernandez returning to the floor for Northwest. This is into Watkins, who makes his move and scores 2 on the floater. And the Red Hawks have made it a 1-point game on a 7-0 run. Wiersma able to make his way around, completely lost the defender, and then the second defender comes in and fouls him as he scores. A brilliant play by Justin Wiersma, and Concordia leads by 3.
And that's got to be the frustrating thing for Northwest right now. Every time they get it within striking distance, Concordia comes up with a massive play to open the gap up just that little bit more. It can get demoralizing after a while, but with how much talent is on this Northwest team, you'd imagine they just need to keep plugging away.
Wiersma 20th in all-time Concordia scoring with 1,241 points coming in. And he now has 1,248. Look at 1,249 as he has 8 points tonight. And that moves him into 18th place as he passes Brett Walter. Here's Jared Johnson. Pass was deflected. And now A.J. Watson racing up the court. So swung to the quarter for Kent. Smith, extra pass. 3-point look for Shutt. That one goes. The ball movement executed to perfection by Concordia. And the Bulldogs lead by 7 on the triple from Shutt. Now Jared Johnson, 4 minutes until halftime. Northwest has not let the gap grow wider than 8. It's at 7 at the moment. As Peace tries to back in, Gage Smith won't give him an inch. And his defense forces the shot to fall no good. And Concordia brings it ahead. Wiersma coming out of the corner with it. Gets it to Smith, who's blocked. Smith gets it back and draws the foul. That was 11 against 11 in the paint, with Damon Crosby fouling Gage Smith. And Smith will head back to the free throw line. 70.4% free throw shooter on the year. The first team all GPAC selection. Smith hits the first. Bulldogs now 3 for 3 from the line as Gage Smith has 6 points. Smith was huge in that GPAC championship win against Jamestown, scoring 20. And it looks like he's on his way to being a big factor tonight, as he has 7 points in the first half. There's Crosby. Holding, works over the Peace. Now in the corner. Tatum gets it up to Hernandez. Brian Hernandez, a spin, a step back, and Brian Hernandez with a beautiful play. And it's a 7-point ball game. Watson with it. 3 minutes to go until halftime. Gage Smith putting the moves on Peace. Smith, fadeaway shot. That one offline and rebounded by Tatum. Tatum works his way in. Jaron Tatum with a strong take. And the Red Hawks continue to close the gap back up. It's back down to a 5-point game as Watson goes behind the back. Gage Smith won't take the three, though. Wiersma will. Wiersma got it. Justin Wiersma with the triple. And the lead grows back up to 8 for Concordia.
That behind the back, the vision, the awareness, extra pass, and just that ball movement is really what is a big factor in Concordia right now, being as offensively juggernaut style as they are.
Watson, kick to Ken. Carter, Ken pours it home. And how about the speed of A.J. Watson racing down the court and finding his man for 3. And Concordia is ahead by 11. Its largest lead of the game. Now Tatum finds his man underneath. Kick out to Peace. He's got a 3. He's got to make. And these two squads continue to absolutely let her rip from downtown. 1:35 to go. It's 47-39 in the first half. Kent gets it in to Noah Shutt. Little shimmy. And a basket with the foul for Noah Shutt. 1:23 to go, and Concordia is a free throw make away from 50 points in the first half.
Noah Shutt finding a fantastic way to open up the defense there.
I like what you did there. Trying to shut down any chances of an Indiana Northwest comeback, but Redhawks have been feisty tonight. Although this could be able to tie the largest lead of the night if he can make it. He does not, and we'll see if Indiana Northwest can make their way back into it once again. Weston on the drive, tough take, and Tremont Weston gets it to go on the right-hand hook. And we've got ourselves an 8-point game. A minute to go in the first half. As Watson dishes out to Kent. Watson gets it back. Watson on the bounce. Kent for three. Carter Kent got another one, and it's 52 in the first half for the Bulldogs.
Anything they are touching from the beyond the arc right now is turning to gold. The Midas touch here at Sokol Arena.
Here's a kick. Crosby driving in. Another hook shot. That one short. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds left. And A.J. Watson will not have to run down the court at 50 miles an hour this time. He can take his time as Concordia will hold for the final shot. Ten seconds to go. Wiersma throws it back for Kent. A little bit of a juggle. Kent run out of room. 3 seconds. Watson, there he goes! And that's halftime. 54-41, an offensive exhibition from Concordia. And Indiana Northwest has a lot to talk over trying to keep up with these Bulldogs. They've done a heck of a job to keep it at a 13-point game. But Concordia has been on a roll in this one. We will take a break for 15 minutes for halftime and be right back on Striv TV.
Because no two sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us.
We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on.
Welcome back to Omaha. We are ready to go for the second half of our last game of this Friday, the opening round of the men's NAIA National Basketball Tournament. 5th-seeded Concordia leading 12th-seeded Indiana Northwest 54-41 in a high-flying, offensive-centric first half. Tyler Reedy and Owen Godberson enjoying every minute of it here at DJ Sokol Arena. Owen, pretty crazy stuff. We've loved this first half for sure.
Yeah, it has been lights out shooting from Concordia thus far. Of the folks that have found the net for the Bulldogs, get a nice little two-pointer there for IU Northwest, but of the folks that have found buckets for Concordia tonight, the lowest shooting percentage is 33% from the floor and 50% from beyond the arc.
Unable to get it to go was Wiersma. Gage Smith on the follow wanted a foul, but no whistle. And now Brian Hernandez racing up the court, and a wild layup try went off the side of the backboard. Field goal percentage, both teams now with the last Indiana Northwest made basket and the miss there. Both teams are shooting over 51% from the field. Both teams over 41% from three-point land. Concordia 8 of 15, 53%. Here's another three. That percentage will drop just a little bit as Gage Smith is off the mark, but out of bounds. Last touch by Indiana Northwest as Marshawn Watkins was trying to chase down the rebound. Watkins, the leading scorer for the Red Hawks tonight with 12 points. He's followed by Damon Crosby with 9. And for Concordia, it's been a little bit of everybody. Wiersma and Shutt with 11, Kent with 10, Gage Smith with 7. Here goes Shutt. Noah Shutt looking for 2, and he has it on the drive. The Bulldogs back out ahead by 13. And Noah Shutt has 13.
And imagine at the halftime break in the locker room, Grant Segrin and Ryan Holt just kind of sitting there on the bench like, all right, when's it going to be our turn?
Yeah, those are the two scoreless Bulldogs that have seen action tonight. Indiana Northwest able to counter with a basket on the other end. Here's Kent kicking out to Wiersma, who feeds Shutt. Shutt going to go back to work. Shutt unable to score as the rim was unkind that time, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by Concordia. .150 into the second half. Here comes Vashawn Sims drawing the foul as he was looking to drive in. That one will go against Gage Smith, and it will be a shooting foul. So Sims to the line for 2 free throws. And we should note here that while we're playing in the Creighton Women's Arena, the Creighton men's basketball team able to take down Providence 85-58 in the Big East semis. So they are on their way to the finals tomorrow night against Villanova or Connecticut, as the first free throw is missed by Sims. Had a rough night so far, 0 for 4 from the field. He is able to knock down the second free throw, so it's 56-46, 10-point game between Concordia and Indiana Northwest. Carter Kent making his move. Kent finds his man along the baseline. Got it. And the foul for Noah Shutt. And Shutt has found a new gear coming out of the locker room. 4 quick points, chance for 5 coming out of the second half.
That might be the 4th or 5th and 1 Concordia has gotten this evening. They have been fantastic driving to the rim and brave going up, knowing they're going to get hit, knowing the contact is coming, and still having the wherewithal to get it to go.
59-46 Concordia. Shutt has 16 to go with 6 rebounds. Turnaround jumper is blocked by Kent, but in illegal fashion, the Concordia fans are in an uproar as they'll get Kent for a shooting foul, with Jared Johnson looking for the turnaround jump shot. Johnson a little shaken up as he went to the court after the contact from Kent.
I think I might be in the minority of this arena. I do believe That was the right call. There was a lot of contact on that one.
Johnson able to down the first free throw. As Indiana Northwest will have Damon Crosby check in for Marshawn Watkins. Johnson goes 2 for 2. He has 7 points. And he has the Red Hawks back within 11. Going to need some defensive stops, though those have been nearly impossible on either side tonight. Here's Shutt. Noah Shutt looking to score again. Shutt is fouled. He's going right back to the free throw line. Noah Shutt, the freshman from Laurel, Nebraska, making things happen. All GPAC honorable mention this season. 3rd leading scorer, 2nd leading rebounder, and he's leading the Bulldogs coming out of the locker room here. It's the first free throw. That puts him at 17 points. And make it 18. Shutt was also a vital piece of the GPAC championship win over Jamestown on March the 1st. He scored 22 points. He's 4 away from that total. As Brian Hernandez makes his move, stops up, and hits another jumper. Hernandez has been excellent with that jump shot tonight, and it's back to an 11-point game. Here's Gage Smith, stumbling, now working his way back out of the paint. Watson has it. Watson for 3. Watson is too strong, and it's rebounded by Crosby. Jared Johnson in transition wants the 3. It's short and rebounded off the knee of Tremont Weston. Concordia basketball with 16:29 to go. So here is A.J. Watson. Move it up to Kent with a screen from Smith, and Kent delivers the trifecta for Concordia. They lead by 14. Brian Hernandez, another step back jumper. Hernandez finally misses one of those as he was able to get free of Kent. And now Watson on a bounce inside, and a foul called on Jared Johnson as he made contact with Wiersma. And that'll be the 3rd team foul against the Red Hawks. We will see Jason Peace back into the game for IU Northwest. And for Concordia, Ryan Holt, one of those scoreless Bulldogs, is back in as Gage Smith heads to the bench. Here's Kent, working his way in. Kent, a tough try, doesn't go. And it's rebounded by Crosby. Here's Sims, pushing ahead. Johnson stops up. High arcing floater gets the friendly roll. And Jared Johnson has made it a 12-point game. He has 9. Now Watson, freed up for 3. Watson in and out. And here comes Hernandez. Ryan Hernandez all the way across the court. Finds Peace, top of the key. Into Jared Johnson. Johnson, quick release on the jumper. That one off the mark. Knocked out of bounds, but it does go off Concordia. So the Red Hawks will keep it with 15:09 to go. And IUNW will bring Marshad Watkins into the game as Crosby goes to the bench. Watkins, the leading scorer tonight for the Red Hawks with 14. Here he is with the basketball. Watkins lost it, and then Watson threw it off the foot of a Red Hawk. It's eventually kicked out for Hernandez to drive. He finds Watkins, who's unable to score on the floater, and a foul on the rebound will go against Vashawn Sims. And after all that chaos, Concordia ball.
Still think that might have been the best defense we've seen here tonight.
Yeah, starting to pick up a little bit on the Concordia side as they try to pull away. Yeah, I mean, any defense at this point is probably the best we've seen because there was not much of it at all in the first half. Offensive firepower aplenty in the first 20 minutes. And there's a steal. Great defense from Watkins as Hernandez will now take it the other way. Brian Hernandez working on Kent, unable to score as the layup too strong. Hernandez wanted a foul, and instead he'll get a basket off the turnover. Jared Johnson for 2, and we're back to a 10-point game. Watson surveying for the Bulldogs. Gets it to Schutt. Now Wiersma finds Kent. Making his move, kicking out for Watson, and drawing the foul in the process. 14:03 to go. We'll see Smith and Tatum into the game, along with Sam Scarpelli for Concordia. Tatum in for the Redhawks. Inbound is knocked out of bounds by Jason Peace as he and Ryan Holt, it was almost like Holt was running a corner route in the back corner of the end zone and Peace was playing defensive back. Pass goes incomplete and out of bounds. So here is Scarpelli driving in, running into some trouble, able to dish off for Tristan Smith to score 2. Bulldogs lead by 12. Smith has been a key contributor tonight off the bench with 7. Hernandez lobbing it up, catch made. Hernandez short on the lay-in, but the second effort goes. I'm sorry, that's Jared Johnson. And now Scarpelli for Concordia. Looking to kick out. Has his man Holt. Scarpelli gets it back. 10 to shoot. Holt, hands for Scarpelli. Working with the screen. He's freed up and blocked. Meeting him up there, but a foul and a basket immediately afterward for Tristan Smith. Boy, all Watkins can do is hang his head. He had a great defensive block, but Tristan Smith, Johnny on the spot to clean it up and draw the foul as well. He has 9 points, chance for 10 at the line. And 10 he will achieve. Tristan Smith having a heck of a night. Just 4 points off his career high. This is his 4th double-figure game this year. Watkins given space. Watkins strong on the 3, and the rebound is grabbed by Smith once again. Scarpelli with the Bulldogs up 13. Holt hands to Wiersma. Wiersma has room. Wiersma off on the 3. And rebounded by Watkins. Rashad Watkins over to Jared Johnson. He drives in, and Jared Johnson unable to convert on the layup. Now Scarpelli driving. Scarpelli scoring. Sam Scarpelli with 7 points off the bench, and the lead is 15. Now Johnson with defenders everywhere unable to score. And Johnson's down. 5-on-4 for the moment. Kent for 3 in transition. That one off. They get it out to Scarpelli, who has a look. He can't convert. And now Northwest finally will get a whistle as they grab the rebound. And we'll have to check and see on Jared Johnson, who's in some pain underneath the hoop. Oh, and I don't know if you saw anything there with Johnson. It looks like he might be holding his lower back. Came down a little awkwardly with all those defenders in the area.
Yeah, it looks like he might have just landed. Didn't look like he got a whole lot to brace himself on that landing. And oh, we've all taken falls on hardwood floors before. That does not tickle, folks.
So we will take a quick break while they attend to him and be right back on Striv TV.
Because no two sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us.
We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on.
Good to see Jared Johnson able to walk off over to the bench. Still taking a look at him over there, but Indiana Northwest now has Tatum, Watkins, Peace, Hernandez, and Crosby on the floor. With 11:50 to go, as we'll get a foul against Concordia. That'll be on Garrett Segrin, his third. Third team foul against the Bulldogs. Red Hawks have 6 as a team. As this is Brian Hernandez. Red Hawks trying to close the gap, facing their largest deficit of the night at 15 points. There's a foul against Concordia, as able to catch the pass on the inside was Crosby, and I believe it was Ryan Holt who caught him trying to get to the basket, and it'll be a foul on the floor.
Northwest wants to get back into this. They need some stops, and they need some points soon.
Well, they turned it over at first, but able to get it back on a pinball play, and now Jaron Tatum will pull up from 3. Tatum knocks it home from the top of the key. A 12-point game as Tatum hits a big one.
That's up to the defense getting a stop on this side, trying to force momentum back the way of the Red Hawks. Time ticking down here.
Inside, Tristan Smith continues to build on his big night with 2 more. And he now has 12. And 5 for 5 from the field. Here's Peace. Out to Tatum. Jaron Tatum working on Scarpelli. Tatum unable to score, but the rebound tapped out by Peace. Now they get a look from the corner. 3-pointer is off from Crosby. And eventually another offensive rebound, as this is Sims. Trapped on the baseline, able to get it all the way back out to Watkins. 10:25 to go. Watkins goes cross court. Crosby with the reception. Gets it up for 3. As the shot clock expires, it's short, and the rebound tied up on the play was Peace. Another offensive board. Tatum finally hits on the friendly bounce. So Indiana Northwest, points have been at a premium for them, but one thing they are doing, creating second chance opportunities, and Owen, those are huge.
Yeah, those were luck of the bounce going the way of IU North. We saw that within the last couple of minutes. Quite a few wicked pinball actions, and it goes to show that the basketball gods are fair at the end of the day, because the amount of times that Concordia has had the and one with the lucky bounce, IU Northwest is starting to get their fair share of the lucky bounces as well.
So 73-62, Bulldogs in front. They now have 4 double-digit scores as Noah Shutt leads the way with 18 and 7 rebounds. Carter Kent with 13. Tristan Smith with 12 and 7 rebounds. And Justin Wiersma with 11 points. Meanwhile, for Northwest, 3 in double figures, nearly 5. They have 5 with 8 points or more. Watkins with 14, Johnson with 13 and 3 assists, and Tatum with 10. Here's Scarpelli. Halfway through the second half. Kent. Foul away from the basketball, and it's against Concordia. So Indiana Northwest starting to creep back in a little bit. Deficit is down to 11, and they've got the basketball. It's immediate timeout with 9:51 to go. We'll keep it here. Concordia still leading by 11. 5 fouls for the Bulldogs, 4 fouls for the Redhawks, so inching closer to bonus territory. And looking at the shooting stats on the night, field goal percentage, both teams have come back down to earth a little bit in the second after the electrifying first 20 minutes. Indiana Northwest at 44.8%, Concordia at 52.8%. Three-pointers have been fairly similar tonight. Indiana Northwest at 38.9, 7 of 18. Concordia 9 of 22 for a 40.9% mark. And then free throws, Concordia has been to the line a lot more often with those and one opportunities. They are 8 of 9, whereas Indiana Northwest just 3 of 4. So, Owen, just at least statistically, what are you seeing as some of the biggest differences in this game that has allowed Concordia to jump in front like this?
I think it's what we've touched on so many times throughout the broadcast is that they are sharing the wealth, Concordia. It's not just Noah Shutt and Carter Kent and Tristan Smith. Yes, they do have the most points, but there's also a lot of other contributions as well. Scarpelli, Smith, and Watson, 7, 7, and 5, respectively. Seagren and Holt still have no points on the board, but to be fair, they haven't taken a shot in a while, so we're going to cut them some slack on this one. They are spreading the wealth around, and when you have so many different players scoring points, it's hard to keep up with it.
Red Hawk basketball with 9:50 to go. Here's Peace handing off to Hernandez. Brian Hernandez off the foot of Seagren. And he comes up with it. Now Kent races ahead. Kick out Scarpelli. Extra pass Seagren. Three-pointer is missed, but an offensive rebound for Kent. He finds Tristan Smith. No whistle as the defender went down, and Tristan Smith has tied a career high in the national tournament with 14 points. And when you factor in the 6-for-6 field goal makes in attempts as well, easily one of the best nights of his life, as this is Hernandez missing the jumper. Concordia back to work, up 13. Kent, a fastball into the paint for Seagren. And he's able to draw the foul. Bulldogs going right back to the line, and Seagren, one of the guys you cut some slack earlier with no points, will have a good chance to get his name on the stat sheet here.
And that's all down to Ryan Holt.
He is on the floor, 32 in white. Seagren, however, maybe not a foregone conclusion as he misses the front end. As we will see Holt come out. Gage Smith back in for Concordia. Seagren able to go 1 for 2, so he is on the board, and Concordia has 76 on the board. They lead by 14. Brian Hernandez off a screen from Peace, nearly lost it. He's able to slide to keep the basketball. Now Peace looking for a jumper. He'll take the jumper, and that one is clean for Jason Peace. 12-point game. Bulldogs doing well to keep Indiana Northwest at an arm's length here in the second half. Here's Kent on a bounce to Tristan Smith, sizing up Hernandez. Smith looking for room, now has to kick out for Kent. Kent racing in, steps back for the jumper, it doesn't go. Smith, offensive rebound. And now Scarpelli. Nearly lost it. It does come to Gage Smith, who goes back to Kent. 6 to shoot. Kent making his way. Kent dashes in, can't score. Another offensive rebound for Concordia. This is Scarpelli holding. Scarpelli to Gage Smith. He goes cross court to Kent. Carter Kent, 5 to shoot. There's a 3. Scarpelli airballed. Another offensive rebound, but the shot clock's winding down. And that will be a shot clock violation against the Bulldogs. Might as well have not been a shot clock at all, considering they made that possession last just about a minute and a half with those offensive rebounds, as see some changes made on both sides. Red Hawks will have Sims, Johnson, Tatum, Weston, and Crosby on the floor. Here is Crosby getting it to Tatum. Jaron Tatum working his way in, now has to step back out to the perimeter. Johnson blocked, shut down by Wiersma, and Gage Smith able to corral it and start things up for Concordia. Here's Watson. 7 minutes to go. Tempo has certainly slowed down a bit as Concordia just trying to settle in and get this one closed out for a potential date with Marion tomorrow night, as this is going to be a foul against Indiana Northwest. Looks like they'll get the fourth against Crosby, and it'll send Noah Shutt to the free throw line. This will be a 1-and-1. As Concordia is in the bonus with the Red Hawks at 8 fouls. Shutt misses the front end. So an opportunity now for Indiana Northwest to potentially get within 10 at least. Here's a tough try and another block. Those fadeaway jumpers just aren't working right now against the length of the Bulldogs. That was Crosby being blocked by Shutt. And now Wiersma has it. Gets it to Watson. Concordia taking its time. Watson again. 6 to shoot. Here goes Shutt. Shutt draws the foul, and another and one for Noah Shutt.
I think Jared Johnson just had the reaction that really, the only reaction you could have had in this situation. Throws his hands up to the side like,
how?
What can I even do at this point?
Yep. It has just been Noah Shutt's night here in Omaha. Made free throw would get him to 21 points, and he has 8 rebounds too. And indeed, it'll be a 21-8 stat line as a timeout is taken by Concordia. Their fans rise to their feet. Bulldogs have opened up a 15-point lead with 6:08 to go, as they've been led, as we're talking about, by Noah Shutt. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 8 of 9 from the field. Tristan Smith has had a sparkling night as well with 14 points, 8 rebounds on 6 of 6 shooting. Carter Kent, Justin Wiersma also in double figures with 13 and 11 respectively. And then Indiana Northwest, 3 in double figures still. Watkins 14, Johnson 13 with 6 rebounds. And Jaron Tatum with 10 points, 4 rebounds. Again, winner goes on to the second round tomorrow night to take on 4th-seeded Marion, who was able to get the win over Freed Hardman in the earlier game, and what was a very close one, 66-64, the final in that one. At least for the moment, this one looking like could be potentially wider margin in favor of the Bulldogs, but based on everything we've seen today, Owen, you never know.
Crazier things have happened. I will say, that's why I love this time of year. It's why I love national tournaments in just about any other sport. You get some of the wildest plays, wildest comebacks, and the best stories you are likely to see.
6:05 to go. Red Hawk basketball with Vashawn Sims working back to Hernandez. Ryan Hernandez goes behind the back. Hernandez wanted the step back jumper, wasn't there. Now goes back to Sims, driving the baseline. And the hook shot was well short. And now A.J. Watson speeds through, finds Shutt, who will kick back out to Gage Smith. And the Bulldogs will kill some time. Watson decides not to. He will add 2 more. A.J. Watson now with 7 points. And the Bulldogs have hit 80. It is 81-64. Now a three on the other end is left short and tapped out of bounds. Great effort by Gage Smith attempting the save, but it will stay with Indiana Northwest after Tatum missed the three.
Do respect the effort for going for that one, especially with the cinder blocks that you've got basically at the bottom of that student section here in the Sokol Arena. Up 17 and still going for it at this point.
Now up 15 as Tyler Houston is able to score for the first time tonight. And 81-66. 5 minutes to play. Gage Smith over to Wiersma. Work it back into Shutt. Noah Shutt. He's shut down. He has to work back out to Watson. A.J. Watson draws the foul on the floor. He scores anyway, but it won't count as they'll get the foul called against Tyler Houston. And that will lead to a 2 free throw opportunity. Team foul number 10. As Concordia enters the double bonus. Watson knocks down the first free throw. As we'll see Carter Kent back into the game. Garrett Segrin comes out. Watson hits both free throws, and it's 83-66. 9 points now for A.J. Watson. Here's Hernandez. Brian Hernandez, tough take. Was defended well by Shutt. He's able to grab the rebound and kick out for three, but it's missed by Tatum. And Shutt's got the board. Look for Gage Smith to Watson. A.J. Watson completely loses Hernandez and hits the three. What a move by A.J. Watson, and it is a 20-point game. Now a drive the other way. Unable to score was Watkins. Same story for Johnson. And now finally, Kent able to come away with the rebound. Foul against Indiana Northwest. And this one's starting to slip out of reach for the Redhawks.
And that frustration might lead to more free throws, which may lead to more frustration. It's really a spiral at the moment. We could see 100 points dropped here tonight.
Carter Kent will look to get it to 88 as he hits the first free throw. And it's a 1-for-2 trip. We are just barely behind schedule in terms of trying to reach 100 points tonight if you're Concordia. As here's a drive and a score on the other end for Jaron Tatum, and it's 87-68. Tatum has now gotten to 12 points, as this is Watson. Handing back to Gage Smith. 3:30 to go. There's a lob. It's caught on the inside by Wiersma, who's able to score. And the Bulldogs right back ahead by 21. Coach Lindback thought there should have been a foul, no whistle. There's a three that dies on the back of the iron and goes down for Brian Hernandez. And the Redhawks have displayed a strong offensive performance, putting up 71. They're still down by 18. Smith across for Wiersma. Now Kent. Hands over for Gage Smith once again. Gage Smith with 5 to shoot. Kent has to throw up the three, and Kent comes up short. Rebounded by Hernandez. Brian Hernandez back to Johnson. He finds his man driving to the basket and drawing the foul. That's Tyler Houston, able to force contact. It'll go against Watson, and Houston has a trip to the line for 2. .234 remaining. That was team foul number 6 and personal foul number 1 against Watson, as Houston leaves the first free throw short. Hernandez will come out of the game for the Red Hawks, as we see Jason Peace back in. Concordia has brought in Clay Uhair for Gage Smith. And as the second free throw goes to make it 89-72. 2.5 minutes to play. Indiana Northwest also set to bring in Alex Constandars. 15 to shoot. Watson will fire away for 3, and Watson hits it. 92 for the Bulldogs with 2:10 to go. Now a deep three-pointer. Johnson unable to get it to go from Iowa, as that one is rebounded by Watson. He draws the foul, and the Concordia fans will rise to their feet as a couple of the starters will check out. Houston and Tatum coming out of the game for Indiana Northwest, as Concordia will send Kent out of the game. Nick Cito is checked to come in, and now Concordia will make the full line change.
And what a performance from those starters. Because make no mistake about it, Indiana Northwestern came in and they have had a very good offensive performance. 72 points. They've got 4 different players in double digits, one that's 2 shy. It's just been one of those nights from Concordia where everything they touched has been phenomenal.
Nick Cito is into the game. Tanner Wubbles is into the game. Now we'll see number 3, Joel Baker, in as well for Concordia, as the starters have all taken their well-earned seat on the bench. Watson 2 of 2 from the line, and it's 94-72. Here's Jared Johnson with a great pass, but unable to finish was Watkins. Skylar Wojta has also come into the game for Concordia. There's a 3-point shot. That one is missed off to the left by Baker. In the corner, open 3. Constandars hits it. I'm sorry, that was Ryan LaFollette, 20, not 10. That makes it a 19-point game. And a foul against Indiana Northwest. That'll mean 2 more free throws coming for Concordia. This time it's going to be the big man, Clay Uhair from Crete, Nebraska, shooting. Got the first. And now Wojda will come out of the game. And Kelly Vanalik will take his place. 2 for 2 trip from Uhair, and it's 96-75 with 1:20 to go. Johnson, deep 3. Jared Johnson, too strong. Rebounded by Uhair. Putting in some valuable work here down the stretch. Now a hook shot is left short by Vanalik. And here's Constandars with a jumper in transition. That one missed. Rebounded by Vanalik. And here comes Cito. 45 seconds left. Cito for 3. He missed it, but an offensive rebound, Vanalik. And he's blocked going up for the layup. Watkins got it. And now here comes LaFollette. He had it taken away. Cito races ahead to Vanalik. And he can't score, but an offensive rebound with about 3.5 seconds between shot and game clock. Cito will go across the court for Joel Baker. 5 on the shot clock. Looks like Concordia will just hold for the violation. The team's already shaking hands with 4.5 to go. Indiana Northwest will inbound, and this one will be over. The Concordia Bulldogs and the Marion Knights, after this three-pointer is drained, will be meeting tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. here at Sokol Arena. The Bulldogs win it 96-78 with an offensive fireworks show over the Indiana Northwest Redhawks. 5th-seeded Concordia and 4th-seeded Marion meeting tomorrow in the second round. Owen, final thoughts on definitely our most offensively exciting matchup of the day.
If Concordia comes in with even half the offensive firepower that they came into tonight, tomorrow versus Marion could be game of the season between the two of them. It could be a thriller here at Sokol Arena, so you do not want to miss that one, folks. Concordia, like we mentioned earlier, 5 different players in double digits. Scarpelli and Smith combining for 14 between the two of them. It was lights out shooting here at Sokol Arena. Be here tomorrow.
Yeah, so tomorrow we have the women's second round matchup between Dakota Wesleyan and Bethel, Tennessee. And on the men's side, as we just talked about, Marion and Concordia, the 4 versus 5 matchup. It'll all be here on Striv TV, 4:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. respectively. Thank you for joining us here today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.